Hey fish keepers, welcome to Saturday. I'm not really vibing today. My Warriors lost last night. Wasn't ideal. Really feeling for my man CHT, wasn't his fault. It happened. Haven't had any coffee yet. I'm hoping some caffeine might perk me up a little bit. We'll see how we go. Just the last quick chat on the Warriors because I think I need to get it out. My knowledge of this time of the year, my knowledge of mathematics, I still think it means we're a mathematical chance of making the 8, so fingers crossed it happens. That'll be the last bit of sport chat we do today because I'm wearing that loss big time. So let's try and get some fish, let's try and perk us up, and let's get on with running a fish shop. So I have begun the last water change in this tank here for our spawning tank. I'm just refilling it again. We'll drain it out and then we'll top it up or fill it right up with fresh RODI water. We'll get it going. We'll give it a go on Monday for our first spawning attempt, or our spawning attempt for this round. So that's happening today. We're going to roll with either Flame Tetras or Lemon Tetras because I've got unfinished business with them. So we'll make the decision on Monday. I'll see which one of the two look like they're more ready to spawn. In the meantime, which one do you want to see us have a crack at? I'll write down some notes, take some information down, and hopefully write a bit of a report afterwards as well. So which we'll give for Flame Tetras or Lemon Tetras? Let us know. Sorry I abruptly cut that off. It was oh no, duckweed! My hose was sitting in my container outside that had obviously got duckweed in it. When you were near anything! Alright, crisis avoided. Anyway, sorry to abruptly cut that one off. As you can see, it ain't filled till it spills, but it nearly spilled, so I just had to quickly do it. But yeah, Lemon Tetras or Flames is what we're going to go with. Let us know which one you would prefer us attempting with. So the process from here, I'm sorry I'm still just jiggling and wiggling to the music I'm listening to. RODI water into said bucket. Said bucket, cart it along, boom, into there. That's where we put it. I should probably clean off my writing. Once that goes in there, bit of phosphoric acid, a couple of drops of that, then we'll monitor the pH on it. This bucket down here is full of aged tannin-filled goodness from catapa leaves and alder cones. It's also RODI unit water. So we'll go in there to give it a bit of a tint. We'll let it settle. I'll test it throughout the day. I'll test it again on Monday, and hopefully we are in the high fives pH and we can nail one of these tetras or get some eggs. Once we get the eggs, they'll hatch. Once they hatch, we'll grow them out. They'll become fry, they'll become adult fish, and we'll live happily ever after. That is the plan, that is the goal, let's do this. Going for the spawning box type container method from last time. Throwing a little bit of tannin water. I'll do a couple of scoops. Some rich goodness in there. 2, let's go 3. Top the rest up with some more RODI water, let it warm up, put the filtration into it, which is that one there, nice and light, doesn't need heaps for a couple of fish. And we'll start testing some water. Alright, I've perked up, I've played with some fish for a little bit, I'm on to the second magic elixir of life. It's running through my veins, I'm feeling it right, it's time for Cam's random question, the most burningest question of all time. I've had some tunes on, it's made me jiggle and wiggle, it's made me think, right, what are people's favourite band? I want to know what your favourite band is. This is ridiculously important for one reason only. We want to make this algorithm touch some things so other people see some stuff, so we can get some more people seeing with the next Friday coffee date. This week coming up, we have a very special guest who works very, very closely with a lot of corridors and catfish. He's very much world renowned, he's very, very good at what he does, and I'd love to get a lot of people watching it. So help us do that by letting us know what your favourite band is. For me, my favourite band would probably be Breaking Benjamin. Really like their style of music, love the sound of their drumming, love a lot of the lyrics behind it. It's pretty cool band. I'm into kind of heavier rock music. It's not super heavy, it's not super not. You can listen to it with the children, that kind of vibe. And it's got me through a lot of times, including my degree and a few other bits and pieces. So definitely Breaking Benjamin for me. What's your favourite band? Now, enough of that. Let's get on with some more fish stuff. Right, I'm looking pretty groovy here. I'm going to take some tests. I'm going to wipe this down in a second. Take some tests. I'll get our base pH, a base KHGH, and then I'll begin putting the phosphoric acid in. We'll check out how that rolls. It's 9:30-ish at the moment. I'll give another test, say 12:30, and just before we leave at 3 o'clock, and then we'll test again on Monday morning before we possibly put some fish in. Once all that's done, we'll do another water change in here with RODI unit water, and we'll start loading up with some more food, try and get some females in here nice and plump and ready to rock and roll, baby! Yo! Also, furthering yesterday, I think I know what I'm going to do with this wall here. This wall here is going to have a very important task. It is empty right now. Its very important task is storing my shit. I'm going to stack all this stuff up here neatly, so it's not this just big pile of stuff here. So it makes me more inclined to take a single box off, run through it and go through it that way. So this pile here, I'm going to try and move over here today, depending on how we go with customers and stuff like that. Match in the gas tank, boom boom, yes, we've got lights on in here, so that is keeping us at a 50-50 ratio right now. We're not got a particular pattern, so we can rule out the timer, which I may or may not have checked, or I forgot to check it, but it means that I'm pretty sure it's a light anyway, but yeah, 50-50 so far this week. Those silver dollars look absolutely awesome. Also, I closed the door in here last night. And hot diggity damn, it's warm in here. It's fantastic. Equally, there was a little bit less condensation on my windows this morning. However, it is wet outside, as we can see. And normally when it's wet, there is less condensation anyway. But maybe that's what I need to do. Shut the door to this room, keep it nice and warm in here, which I'm sure the fish will appreciate after I left the pumps off the other night. Keep it nice and warm in here, get less condensation going on. So as we can probably just see, possibly, we've got a little bit condensation going on there, but nowhere near as much as what it was. So yeah, anyway, lights on, warm in here. These lights aren't on yet. They should kick on about 5 minutes before we open, which is fantastic. Not that I need any more stress in my life and having to check stuff, but hey, we're all good. So here is our base pH test. It's blue and I want it yellow. So we've got quite a long way to go. KHGH, both 3 to 4 drops, whatever that works out to be with your DH, KH, percentage numbery things. I just know 3 or 4 drops. So we'll get some of this acid in here, give another test in a few hours time, and we'll go from there. We've got our food rations sorted out. Here's our frozens to help prep up the tetras, and we've got some freeze-dried krill that we're going to keep working on with the cherry barbs and a few other bits and pieces. Pea puffers will take this as well. Might even start trying to chunk up a few cories as well. We'll also feed out some Rapashi Agapo Explorer throughout the entire building today. That'll be the kind of the staple food, and these will be the extra bonuses that we're trying to push on some different bits and pieces. Old mates aren't really being old mates today. Maybe this is what they do to make themselves feel frisky before they get into it. Should probably put a cave or something in there. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to chuck a wee cave in there, see if we can get a wee spawn of these guys going on. Hold the line, caller. A little bit of frozen going in for them. Tropical quintet. It's a nice wee mix here. Hopefully we get some nice plump females coming up over the next day or two, timing it well for Monday. So now they've had, so far today, a scoop of Dr. Basilier's garlic biofish food, a bit of Rapashi Agapo Explorer, and a couple of squirts of this frozen food. We'll keep going at them for the next few days. I'll possibly even come in tomorrow and give them a feed at some frozens as well, just to really try and plump them up, ready for Monday. Next water test we have done of the pH. It's a lot lower. The API test I don't think is going to give us anything lower. I know the API test won't give us any lower than that. So we'll chuck a few more drops in, and yeah, hope for the best from there. I'm guessing it's in the fives now, purely just guessing from all accounts. Yeah, in the fives is what we need for the flammes, so fingers crossed. Righty woo! Cracked open cichlid stone and magna from Pleco Ceramics. That's what we got here. Hopefully it does the job for a little spawning cave for the parrots. I think I'm going to try and tuck this corner here sort of deep into a corner so it's like there's only one opening to give them more security. But we'll see how we go. Being that they are spending a lot of time towards the back of the tank, I'm going to try and put it in that corner. Oops. Try and put it in that corner there, I think, for now. See how we go. Okay, it is in. They are in. We'll see how we go over the next few days. Can't, let's say, lead a fish to water, so fingers crossed they use it. Fingers crossed we get some babies, because apparently they're ridiculously hard to spawn. Which means if they're really hard to spawn, it'll be a massive challenge and a massive accomplishment if I manage to get some babies from them. So we'll see how we go. You never know what will happen on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or even tomorrow.